Hi, I'm Larry Trocha, and I'm here today to do a video about the fundamentals of riding the Western horse. If you're a new horse owner or new to Western riding, or maybe you're an experienced rider but just have never had the chance to have some formal instruction, I think you'll find the information in this video useful. We go through everything from tacking the horse up to riding the horse, the proper cues to use for walk, trot, and lope, how to pick up the correct lead, how to keep your horse under control when he spooks or tries to run away or tries to buck with you. We go through the whole gamut of the things that you might run into when you're riding your horse. So let's get started with the video, and I hope you like it. Let's start the video by talking about catching your horse. You know, a lot of horses are either kept in a stall or out in the pasture. And of course, if your horse is kept in a stall, you know, shouldn't be any problem catching him. You know, you should be able to walk in the stall, walk to his shoulder, and put the halter on him. Now, a lot of problems happen when people put the halter on. Yeah, I see them do it in a way that's really awkward and in a way that bothers the horse. And I'll show you the way that I do it, that I've had good luck with. Take the halter off this guy. So if he's in the stall, I'm gonna, come on, get your head up. I'm gonna step to his shoulder, put my right hand on his neck. I've got the halter and lead rope in my left hand. Reach over, grab the top of the halter in my right hand, the buckle in my left hand, and ease it over his nose, okay? And then I'll buckle it. What I see a lot of people doing is they'll stand in front of the horse and try to shove the halter on his nose. Well, horses don't like that. You know, that's uncomfortable for them and it's real awkward. So if you just have the halter in your left hand, right hand over his neck. Good boy. And then we snug this up. And when we tighten that halter up, we want the throat latch where, you know, it's snug, but not, you know, digging into him, not so tight that's digging into him. It also should be adjusted so the nose band, the nose piece, is halfway between his eye and his nostril, okay? That's a good location for the halter. Now, if your horse is out in pasture, you know, you might have a tougher time catching your horse. You know, if the horse is just a people horse and wants to be with people, he'll be easy to catch. You know, but if he's not, and especially if he's out in a big pasture with other horses, well, you might have a tough time getting him caught. And, you know, I don't care what anybody tells you, what kind of training that horse has had. If he doesn't want to be caught, you're not going to catch him, okay? You know, you can teach him in the round pen to come to you and follow you around like a dog, but, you know, they're not that dumb. You know, when they're out in that big 5-acre pasture, they know you don't have any control over them, okay? So the only way you're going to be able to get your horse caught reliably is to get him to look forward to being caught. We have a lot of horses that live in the pasture here on my place, and the way we do that is every time we catch them, we give them, you know, a couple bites of grain, you know, or a couple bites of hay, some kind of reward that makes them look forward to being caught. Now, if you know, every time you catch your horse, you work him till he's in a lather and make it so that, you know, he dreads being caught, well, you're going to have a tough time. If you only give him, when you catch him, if you only give him a treat once in a blue moon, that's not going to work either. You got to be consistent with it, okay? But if you'll do that, then your horse will be a piece of cake to catch, okay? Now, the next thing we're going to do is tie our horse up to groom him and get him ready to saddle. So, you want to tie your horse to something solid. You know, don't tie him to something flimsy, you know, like a gate, or I've actually seen people tie horses to a feeder, you know, stuff like that. It's got to be solid. It's got to be a fence post. We're by my horse trailer here. I'm going to tie him to the side of the trailer. And I'm going to run the rope through the keeper, and I'm going to bring him up here. A lot of people either tie their horse too short or too long, okay? There should be about 2 foot And the knot you use, you can either use a bowline knot or a slip knot. Remember, if your horse has a tendency to want to pull back, better use the bowline, because if you use a slip knot, he pulls back, it tightens down, you won't be able to get it untied. But if you tie a bowline knot, it doesn't matter how tight they pull the knot, it's really easy to get it undone. And you can see instructions on how to tie a bowline knot online. If you do a search for bowline knot, and bowline is spelled B-O-W-L-I-N-E. There'll be all kinds of information on how to tie that knot.